That's just him.
You
It's
know what? It's
conflict.
like, you know what? It's versus certain people. Like when you're fighting Kobold, you just kind of assume that there's going to be some amount of like, hamster deaths, and that's
Yeah,
okay. That's perfectly fine. So let me just load these up, and we'll dive in.
yeah. It's the last. This is the last day he was here, so I was as like warmed up as I could be. And I'll like I want to talk about like playing in the zone, lucking in, and like how much effort and like thought you're putting into games. Once we like maybe once we finish this first game, we can talk more about that. Because I do want to talk about like because me and him had a discussion about it that night where I was kind of as like I was like trying as hard as I could to like lock in because I noticed like the people um they get tournaments and stuff when like everyone's like so animated and like intense, whereas I'm just always just stone faced. And I was like, let me try putting in like more intensity into my play. So that's what I was doing. Like these are like the last like 15 games we played while I was here,
Gotcha.
and these were two of the ones that were like the least sloppy because we had been playing for like 3 hours at the point, so we were both pretty sloppy. But
Gotcha.
um,
So let me ask you something. You said something interesting there. So you said that like people are more animated. Does animated mean and you said you wanted to play more intense. Is animated more intense or is it more expressive?
I meant like like in real life. They're like
They're moving and
leaning
stuff.
in when they SDI. They like move in their chair. Like when they go to like do like an up smash to like get the kill, they like jump a bit. You know what I mean? Like that kind of like not like Leffen levels of like going crazy in the chair, but even like Zane really gets into it. When he's playing important matches and playing fast and everything like that. And
And in
like
contrast, you.
yeah, where I'm just like very it looks like I'm playing like a game of solitaire,
Are you restraining?
basically.
Is that because it's comfortable, or are you restraining yourself in some way?
Well, I'm trying not to get too invested and distracted by like I don't like not let any thoughts in, so I'm trying to like keep my mind as clear as possible. And I think it's also important to like I try to lightly grip my controller. I don't want to like hurt like my hands by like gripping the controller too hard or doing any inputs more strenuously than I need to. So that's like led to me like I look like I'm meditating while I play instead of. But like everyone who like got top 8 at the local, I was just noticing they're all so uh into the game. Like they play so intensely. Whereas yeah, I'm like the only person who's just like looks like I'm playing fucking Mario Kart. Well, not even something. I don't know, just relaxing.
I have a question then. How much focus would you say that you are dedicating some amount of your focus or attention to those tasks?
Of like staying
Yeah,
in that state. Uh, no, I don't think active focus. No, I think it's sometimes I have to remind
but
myself
some
if I start getting
focus.
distracted. Yeah, but
Okay.
I don't get. Uh, I like trying to not to to unemotionally invest myself in the game to like make it as unintense as possible because I'm like okay that's what like how I'm gonna be the least distracted.
Is that the most fun for you?
Mm. I mean I think it's how I prefer to be. I think like but at the same time I think I'm not playing as quickly as I could be, or maybe it's making me not care as much as I should when it's like a tournament match or something.
How much we care is just we're gonna care how much we care. I don't think
Yeah.
that's not something that we have control over. But I worry that with this approach, we are like I'm worried that you might care more than you are allowing yourself to with this method.
Mm. Well, for these last like 20 games, these ones that we're playing, I was like as like I wasn't doing that. I wasn't trying to take myself out of it or be like super calm. Like I was playing as like fast like I hate the playing fast me like I was making decisions as quickly as I could and doing my inputs as quickly as I could. Let me put it that way. while like, yeah, letting myself be more invested and doing my inputs with a little oomph.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't usually pressure this hard. This was good. This was really good.
Yeah.
Like what I really liked about this, so you have a bunch of mix-ups you're doing here, and then the shine grab doesn't work out, but you just continue pressuring him, like, because there's nothing you can do about the spot dodge shine if he takes it, so it doesn't make sense for you to try to hedge for it. If he's slow, and he happens to take a passive line by like blocking after, so then you are rewarded with that shine and this kill.
I actually couldn't believe he held shield there. I've never seen him hold shield for that long. I've never seen his shield get that small.
Probably because you don't. I would suspect you probably don't pressure him that often, like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was part of it. Me like, because I play so past, like I would usually just like do a drift away. That's what I mean. He kills himself all the time, but.
I mean, he killed himself at like 8% once, but he also took your stock while doing it. Like I feel like as far as like hamster deaths goes, that's a pretty tame one. Nice. I would have considered one minor thing. You still got the kill. I would have considered like landing here and then doing a third one.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Because like I think that you see how you're close together when he passed through for a little bit before you, but I think you could have made that a lot more decisive by just doing a third one. And it's really easy to get the third one. You just like land here and then run off, like immediately run off and do another one, or you can even edge cancel it. Honestly. Yeah,
I just had to pull that one back.
I
was too. I wasn't really thinking. I was just
You were in the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and know what? I'm not expecting you. So when I point that out, I'm not saying your play was bad or wrong. I'm just saying for next time, there's a way you can enhance that.
Yeah.
I think that this game you played really well. Let's actually watch it back and then point out some of the things you're doing that are effective. So I like how you're doing your lasers to start. You actually, I think, cut him off from... Yeah, you cut him off out of his, like, full hop up air, and then you kind of, like, guide him down to the floor with that. That was good.
And me and him, keep in mind, me and him have played, like, 4,000 plus games of Melee.
I know.
Maybe 5,000 plus. Yeah, just so it's, like, everything we're doing is, like, heavily... we know everything the other person's going to do, kind of.
Well, yeah, like, you know each other's moves. I'm still saying that whether you knew his moves or not, like, this is still a good move, because... Like, how you opened it was with this laser. So if you took a more direct path to the floor of the stage, these full hop lasers are still good because he might respond to this laser if he gets hit by it going down directly by jumping up. That is something that we see all the time. So it's good versus like it's good versus a bunch of the things he's not doing too. That's why it's a good play. It dealt with what he did successfully, but also had coverage on other things. I see what you mean, though. Like, you're rolling a lot on beat 1, which is kind of weird versus Fox because of his shine after he'd, like, low aerials, but, like, he's also looking for you to do things after, like, he's looking for other things, so I get it. That's it, but I see what you mean, though.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot more aerial, I do a lot more aerials than I usually do. Yeah. And it is part of, like, how he plays.
Well... So I feel like you usually when I've played against you and when I've watched you play against other people, I feel like you use the laser like a lot, not like a campy a lot, but like I think that you like to take your time when you're in a good spot before you try to go in, but he looks willing to rush you down if you do that, like, and try to like gamble against you for like with that. So I think that the aerials make sense because. Yeah, they give you like more. They're a better active defense if he chooses to try to like bum rush you, and he's already shown he's shown that he's willing to do that. So let's see here. So good spacing. I feel like this laser was weird to me. I feel like you definitely meant to short hop this, but I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, probably because I wanted to catch him coming off the side plat. So I
yeah.
didn't know it would have been supposed to be a high laser.
Gotcha.
When I was playing as fast as I needed to fight him, I was definitely making more mistakes than usual.
Yeah, but you're also... Do you think that the mistakes you're making are worth the responsiveness and speed?
Yeah, I think I have to play this fast to play against him. It was definitely an adjustment with him coming back because I wasn't used to it anymore.
Okay. Yeah, because that'll, like, all of everything I've seen, like, you haven't really done anything that's, like, other than the full hop laser thing, I haven't really seen you do anything that's, like, that's, like, that weird in terms of mistakes. Yeah. I guess that's shine there, but, like, that shine there is, like, it's a counter hit. So you probably don't have the timing on when it's going to hit, like, practiced or queued up, because it's, like, an in-fight thing.
Yeah. No, 3 would have been so cool.
3 would have been so cool. Let's look at this. I'm curious about this Dreamland game. What's your question about being in the zone? Like, you said you had questions about being in the zone. What are those questions?
Yeah, that like... Sorry, my brain's farting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that, like, I'm trying to play as fast as I can, like, locked in, like, letting my emotions in... versus that, like, calm, just nothing state. Because I think both can be playing, quote, in the zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one could fit a person better than the other. Maybe it's that intensity for, like, spacies, the calmness if I was playing a puff, like, how I want to approach the game mentally.
You think you can control it? Like, which one you get?
Yeah.
It does not work. I will hold your hand when I say this. It does not work that way.
Because I very consciously did this, like, de-investment, emotionally uninvesting myself and doing the flow state is calm. No, not showing any emotions physically, like holding the controller as lightly as I can. Like that's what flow state is. That's what I want to do when I play, and that's how I've been doing it for like 2 years now.
Flow state is just total immersion.
Yeah, but I think that total immersion your body can be doing different things.
Yes, it can.
Totally immersed.
It can, but, like, the point is we're not manually doing any of those things. We are not like telling our body to do any of those things while we're totally immersed, because if we're telling our body to do something when we're totally immersed, we are not totally immersed.
So I'm interested. So that actually raises more questions, right? Because I always assumed that what I was doing before was the optimal, like, way to approach the game / flow state. But then this very last time I played, I didn't do that, and I feel like I played even better.
Yeah, you probably did. I would say that this definitely looks better than a lot of the games I've seen from you.
Yeah.
So
was I in flow state before? Was I
think
holding myself back?
I think that you were in what you thought was flow state, but was probably just a form of, like, a very intentional focus. Which is not exactly the same thing, but, like, isn't a bad way of, like, it isn't, like, a bad way of doing things, but it isn't really that same, like, completely immersed in what we're doing. We are just one, like, our body and mind are one. It's not exactly that, but it sounds like you thought there was more of a. You thought that you had more control over this than you do, which is a very human thing and a very common mistake that people make, and I have made that mistake when I have been learning about this stuff too. But it's not quite the same thing. I would say that, like, so let me ask you, what are some of the differences you felt when you played like this compared to previous sessions? Like, what did you notice about how your body was aligned, how your hands were, like, moving, like, anything you can recall from, like, the physical side of it?
Yeah, my hands were definitely moving faster. I think I probably leaned in more. I mean, my hands hurt more after from, like, all the, like, because I think I was, like, trying to SDI everything and just play faster. shit like that would happen too. But I don't know. I think I usually feel like sweaty and hot, regardless.
Huh. What sort of emotions came up when you were playing?
I got frustrated more easily when I make mistakes or like mess something up.
And how did you handle that?
I mean, I think I'm good enough now at getting over my mistakes that it didn't impact me that much.
Yeah, but that's not what I asked. I asked you how do you like. You said you okay. So like, what did you do? Like you said, you're good enough now that you can get over those pretty quickly. But yeah. We don't. Usually when mistakes arise, we have to do something to get over them. Like we have to like what, and it varies by person. Like some people shake their head, some people kind of go, "God damn it," under their breath. Like there's something that we do that works for us. What is that something?
Oh, I probably like grimaced and shook my head.
Yeah, so that would be you were expressive. Like
yeah.
I think that's and you didn't really think about that. Like you just kind of did it, right?
Yeah.
So that would be like I would say that's part of how you like when Zane kind of like head nods or whatever, that's kind of like that is your version of that or some piece of that.
Yeah.
What about like you are ahead by a lot on this stock? Like you've like pulled ahead from being behind, and I haven't really seen him like SD yet. So
he did.
Okay. Where did he do it?
7%. I think he side beat on his third stock.
Okay.
He just like fell into stage side beat, but.
Okay. So what do you think? If you can think back to this match, what do you think? What was going through your like? If you hold your controller and just kind of like put yourself back into this space, what is going through your head right now? And like what's going through your head right now?
I'm just thinking about how I need to keep like playing quick and like as focused as I can be, and I don't know, trying really hard, giving it my all. I don't know.
I mean, like, so okay. So what does giving it your all mean? Like, what does that mean? You're going, like, are you normally not giving it your all?
I mean, I think I am, but I'm also, like holding back the emotions and,
So what emotions do you have
like
right
also
now?
like trying to be like, it doesn't matter, it's just friendlies, like I'm just
Wait, is that the SD you were talking about?
Yeah.
That's not an SD. He jumped into your back air.
Oh, okay.
Like, why did you think that was an SD?
Oh well, I was talking when we were going through it, so I.
But you told me he SD'd in these games before we watched them.
Oh, because I didn't have enough time. I like mashed the side arrow, and
Gotcha.
I just saw him side being below stage like that, and I was like, oh, I guess he SD'd that stuck.
Yeah. So, and like, okay, got it. So okay, cool. What emotions do you think you have right now? Like, normally, like, what emotions do you think you would be holding back normally that you are not holding back right now as you're playing this game with him?
Like, I think I get it. Mm-hmm. Like being, like thinking, oh, I'm playing well, or, like, oh, I'm gonna like win, because I'm like, 1, friendlies don't matter, 2, I have like 8,000 games versus this guy, and then 3, I think when I start thinking about playing well, I start playing worse, usually.
Yeah, that right there, that concept is exactly why you cannot control total immersion, because this happens. Tell me if this is you. Have you ever had the experience of being in the zone, like you're locked in, you're playing out of your mind, and then you're like, wow, I just need to do, like, wow, I'm playing really well. I just need to do this. It's like, I must be doing, and then you list off a couple of plays that have worked in the last, like, minute or two, and then you play, like, total ass on the next stock.
Yeah. Like, what really gets me is when my opponent is like, whoa, shit, your ledge dash is, like, I'll hit, like, a really good ledge dash. I'll be like, wow, your fucking ledge dashes are insane. And then I'll just miss every single ledge dash after that.
Right, because you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
There you go. So, like, And the thing is, you can still play pretty well while that's going on. Like, we can't control the hot streak. Like, it's the rule. That's the rule of it. But
Yeah.
so it is annoying when people talk, like when people say stuff like that. But the thing is, there's also a skill in like learning how to just kind of like be secure enough in ourselves to like hear that and move on from it. Like, not even be fazed by it. Because you can learn how to do that.
Yeah.
What is it about them telling you that, like, your ledge dash was really good that you think, like, makes you think about it? Do you think your ledge dashes aren't really good?
No, I think it's just like, oh, now I need to keep doing good ones, or like...
Why?
I don't know.
But that's the question we're trying to answer, like...
Well, there's always, like, I feel like no matter what you do, you can't detach yourself from ego. Like, as much as I want to be like, oh, it's, you know, it's a video game, blah, 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 it doesn't matter. Like, it's something I put a lot of effort into, and I do care about winning. Like, that's, like, obviously, I wouldn't care so much about improving if I didn't care about winning. But caring about winning has, like, the downsides, obviously. So, like, part of I've been putting in effort to detach myself
I
from
see.
that. Or, like, yeah, caring too much about, you know, say you're like, well, my ledge dashes are sick, I'm really good at ledge dashes, and you're like really invested in like that part of your skill, and then you're playing a tournament set where you're not hitting good ones, you lead the, like, that risks your mentality crumbling, because you're like, oh, I can't even do this thing I'm supposed to be really good at.
Gotcha. So, if I'm really good at comboing, and I'm having a day where I'm not good at comboing for some reason,
Yeah.
I guess what you're saying is that has a lot of risk of me kind of like crumbling because one of my strengths is not online.
Yeah, or second guessing that strength in general. I'm not saying that, like, this is more of like a me problem that I've recognized.
But like this happens with a lot of players.
Yeah.
Like, I've had this
But
problem.
I'm just not trying to assign other people my emotions, that's all.
I know, but
Yeah.
this isn't assigning them your emotions. This is like making an observation about like behavior, right?
Yeah.
So do you think that like, but I would say that, like, top players still can win sometimes, even when this is even when they're not playing a particular area of their game like as effectively as they normally do. Like, we've all seen that. Like, I would say Mewtwo King's actually a really good example of this. Like, man, the amount of times Mewtwo King just finds something out of like fucking nothing is like when he's like, he's playing Sheik, his tech chasing is off versus like S2J or something, and he still manages to eke out that win because he like he like plays into a different game plan, or he manages to find a way to like make a read tech chase work. Like, I feel like trying to avoid the problem is usually the bigger problem than facing the problem itself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I perceive, from my point of view here, what I perceive as the problem is that you are trying to control these things by distancing yourself from them. But I think that, like, I don't know if detachment is necessarily like the move here. Like, I don't think that this level of detachment is necessarily the move here. Like, I don't know. I think that, and this is just me, but I feel like you put a lot of work into, like, again, I work with you, so I know you put a lot of work into your game, and I feel like there's almost a fear of taking pride in it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think he SD'd that game. That was, like, sick. That was, like, super clean.
Yeah.
What's something that you're really proud of in these matches? Like, what's an area of, like, aside, not just, and I mean something specific, not just I played fast, but like, what's something that you did that you remember doing or like a part of your gameplay you remember noticing and being like, wow, I am proud of that, or
I think despite, so, like, playing fast introduced more mistakes than usual, and I think I was making those mistakes, but still, like, I'd make the mistake and then immediately, like, play around it, which I think is really hard to do. And I think probably the best thing that I was doing.
I agree. You haven't really, like, lost any like, you've made some mistakes, like, in this last interaction. If I had to take a guess, I would say probably wanted the laser to fire differently.
Yeah.
Here, That'll look good.
I mean, that was.
The angle was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think like even though you kind of like even though you kind of got clipped in a weird spot, you made the best of it. And I think that's something that Mango talks like. Mango, I think, is the best player for this kind of thing, because he makes a lot of mistakes, like a lot of like little mistakes with his play, but he is incredible at recovering out of it and like following through anyway. And one of the big things he says is that is a really key skill, because the game does have a lot of like little things that can go wrong. So like being able to like adapt to those on the fly, that is one of like that's a core competency, so to speak.
Yeah.
What usually happens when you're playing when you're suppressing things and like you're playing and you're, managing your emotions and stuff in that way? What tends to happen in those matches? Like how is it that different than what's happening here?
I think everything's just slower. And then part of the problem, and then a big thing is when you're making a mistake, I think I don't think about them, like I make a mistake and I quickly push it off, but I think my play out of the mistake isn't as fast as it should be, and I think which leads to me like getting caught by my opponents if they're playing really fast.
And how fast should we be playing out of a mistake?
I think you should have a subconscious like option kind of ready. So like, if you miss,
but that's a method though. I asked for how fast we should be going. So like, how quickly should we be acting out of a mistake?
Well, as quickly as we're playing. The mistake shouldn't offset your flow.
Okay. So as quickly as we're playing, but that means that like if we're playing faster than the thing that we just did, like if we grabbed, for example, instead of naring, then I feel like we're going to get more mistakes that way.
I mean, if like we're already inputting the next thing that we were going to do.
Well, I would say
I'm talking about like, like reacting to the, like if you grab instead of nair, being ready to like buffer a spot dodge quickly, or just full hop out of it or whatever you're gonna do right away, instead of like you need time to like think and react, that you're just standing there actionable doing nothing.
Well, we're grabbing, but that's the thing. Grabs have like a fixed amount of time. So buffering, I think, actually nails what I'm like trying to, with what I was hoping you'd say, which is as soon as we can.
Yeah. Okay.
So like, and I think that if you're pushing the mistake out of your mind, that is probably detracting attention that you could have had to like what's going on, that you could have allocated toward what's going on, and I bet that's slowing you down.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's getting really late.
Yeah? Do you want to look at it?
I was looking. Yeah, it was one of our last ones. It was like our second to last one. The very last one has like this pretty slop. So it was like the kill said 2-2, so it's a lot of SDs. So this is the last one that doesn't have any SDs in it.
Okay.
It'd be interesting since we're both probably tired.
Let's take a look-see. But yeah, I think something I want, something I'd be curious to see.
I also started dash dancing like way more, just because like you could see it a few moments ago.
It'll come up again. I'm sure it'll come up again.
Yeah, I would just laser instead, but because like he's so willing to like go in on me when I'm lasering, oh my god.
Is that what you would have reacted with? Like, oh my god. Like...
Well, yeah, I think because just surprised that I got hit by the get up attack, like reached out that far.
Oh, get up attacks are wild. They're either tiny or they're like bigger than Battlefield's platform. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I probably would have backed off there. Like I probably would have rolled back, but I don't think like trying to find the shine of your shield was like bad per se.
Yeah.
A little bit sloppy, but that's okay.
I was gonna say this.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't know to hold back there, does he?
I guess not. No. There's a really funny. He didn't know some like really basic thing. I think it was Fox's jump squat. And I was explaining jump squat to him at Riptide, and Jules got a photo of my face in disbelief.
That's
And
amazing.
it's in the Riptide album. It's really funny.
Let's see here. I like your DI choice. I like how you DI'd the up smash around here. You've almost hit the trajectory edge cancel. That was good. That was a good idea. Nice.
I would have liked the laser there, but
You could have F smashed this, I think,
oh wow,
because like it's gonna hang out like around here.
yeah.
I like that you're going on the platform some of the times, like when he's on the ledge, because it's really hard for him to like he can't really do anything with like a ledge dash punish. Like he can't really attack you effectively on the side plat when you're when he's like coming up with ledge dash. It just doesn't really like go. Fox doesn't really like do that effectively. So I think it's a good spot you're taking. It's a KGH thing.
Well, that was fortunate.
Nice. Okay. Something about what you're doing on the left side here. Because it looks like it's pretty. Did you want to shine down air him here? Was that what you're like shine dare like the spike like the no knockback stacking one?
No, I think I wanted to turn on wavelet on the platform or something, and I messed up, so I just did that down here.
Gotcha. In this spot, if you get this, down smash him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you see how like the downward angle on the down air plus like the down air knockback, because you're gonna because of the stacking, he's gonna go down like over here.
And you can just wavelet off backer. That's nice.
I mean, I would probably just jump off and down air him personally, but
Oh yeah, it's like
yeah. But yeah, you see where his jump comes in, where he jumps too, like.
Yeah. What makes the side B clank?
Oh.
That's what I'm really wondering from this interaction.
Okay, let's see here. It's up.
Like,
it's
I feel
here.
like it was a miracle for me to live there.
Okay, so like leading into this.
Yeah, this clank.
Basically, what happened?
It's his hitbox. Oh yeah, he gets like the face hitbox.
Yeah. So the way that the side B works is it's behind him and it catches up to you, right?
Yeah.
So he just like the way I look at it is the blue thing is where the hitbox is. So he just happened to get hit by it. Like he happened to clank. Yeah, he had like here. Watch it again.
But he doesn't actually hit me. He hits the hitbox.
Yeah.
Mm.
So like right now, when you start moving forward, the hitbox is here basically, and as you keep moving, it's here, then here, then here. So that's what happened there.
Okay, yeah.
I think that you timed your side B well, though, because, like, let me take a look at how he set himself up. Yeah, so if he had grabbed the... So what's good about how you've done this is that if he does the normal, like, edge grab timing, he's going to be in cliff catch, I think, when you're coming forward.
Yeah,
So
he expected me to... I shine stall a lot. That one I was like... last stock I was like, okay, I'll bust out the no shine stall.
Yeah. Because he's late setting up, which I thought was weird, but knowing that, this makes more sense. I figured you just kind of like I figured he just missed his edge grab, like with his wave dash. But I think that if you're shine stalling, this makes a lot more. If you're shine stalling, then him going past it makes a lot of sense because he delays his edge grab. So like no, this makes way more sense now. Yeah, it was a good side B mix up, for sure. And then didn't let him get above the level. Beautiful. What do you think would be an effective way? Because it's clear that I think your basics are quite strong. Like, I think that you have a lot of the thing. Like, I think your basics and a lot of your advanced stuff are like pretty good. I think that the biggest hurdle from the sounds of it is the mental side of the game, and
I still don't. I feel like I still don't know what I'm doing.
Can you elaborate on that?
Like, I have an idea of every matchup and stuff like that, but it just still feels like I'm like half unsure of like what I'm doing, what's going on. I think I want to make like write down my game plans and everything like that.
Okay, we could do that. How would you? So, what matchup? What matchup? If we were going to do that, what matchup would you want to start with?
Oh, so I think what I'll do is I'll do it like myself, and then we'll go over it like once it's done. So, because I feel like if we sat and did it together, it would take like up a lot of time.
True.
Whereas I can like do it, and then you can also see my thoughts like unfiltered.
Yeah. No, I'm super. I mean, like I mean, like I would love to do that. If that's how you think we should do it, I think that's a good idea. That makes a lot of sense to me. One thing that this is, just how I'm doing it, because I feel similarly. Again, I'm on a new character. I'm still like, I'm only like a year old with him, so I don't really know Falco too intimately yet. But one thing I've noticed is that like I don't really have an organized way of like what to do with after the opponent does take laser. So one of the things I've been doing, like I noticed it first in the Falco Ditto. I noticed that like versus you and versus like some other people, I get hit by like when you take laser, I get hit by every fucking up tilt. So one thing I came up with was like some basic counterplay to that. But that's only for like, and it's actually, I think it's cool. Like you basically like laser and then down air in place outside of the up tilt zone. And then if they do the up tilt, then you just like drift into them and hit them. But if they shine or spot dodge or shield, you still just like drift into them and hit them. So it kind of like covers a bunch of things.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of have to when you're doing you're playing someone who has like really good take laser options. Is you have like every laser you shoot, you're like have a pre-plan for what you're gonna do if they take laser. And then you're also kind of playing around power shield in a similar way. And when you're the one that has the initiative of shooting the laser, you can kind of have all those things ready. That's why like you'll see me in those games we were playing where like he was doing take laser dashbacks. I would do like laser drift forward laser into like a nair in place, because he would often do like take laser dashback and then try to approach me. So that's why I was doing like moving forward laser, and then attacking.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we first started playing, he was doing the thing where he would do take laser dashback, and then I'd have him like all the way in the corner, and I would just hit him. And me and him talked about that, because I was like, "Oh, dude, you're doing the thing that I get like all the Marths on net play with, that just keep take laser dashbacking," and he like stopped doing it the next game.
Well, yeah, like he's good, so you'd expect that. Like, yeah, like that sort of thing. Like what we just saw here, I think was a good example of it. Yeah. So you back up. You'd hit the laser, he'd dash, like, he's an airborne, but he dashes way after because he can. And like, you just take space. So then he power shields. Out of curiosity, what do you think of about, like, shooting more low lasers at these longer distances? Because, like, just when he's on, like, when he's likely to play the ground. Because what I see happening here is, I think it's earlier. Yeah, so it's after so he's power shielding that. And then, like, at this longer distance, he power shields this one. And I wonder, and I feel like because you're dash dancing, I guess you could have made this work if you just like didn't dash, if you didn't jump at him, if you had like backflipped. You could have actually gone around that and shot. Never mind. So yeah, that's more of a jump coordination thing.
I try to do, if I'm approaching, I like to do the low laser into high laser. Because I mean, it's just easy to execute. People aren't usually ready for it. With him, I think I'm like usually afraid of him, like short hop nearing at me. So I shoot like the laser to hit that height. But I could definitely do more like lower ones when he's that far away. Because you're right, he does play grounded in that situation quite a bit.
Right, but like but you're right. But I didn't consider the short hop nair, which is a valid concern. So I would say in that case, what if instead of like dashing at him like this, we just like let go of the stick, let our trot complete, and then like backflipped over this as it's coming towards us and shot another laser.
Yeah.
Because
I think I'm also part of like me trying to play like fast and like I don't know. Is I think I over approach.
Okay.
From like trying to be like gotta go fast kind of thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah. So like, well, the thing is, you could add speed to this movement too, though, by like simply doing something like you're dash jumping this way, but you could totally turn around and like do it this way and then do the jump do the jump sort of like this, right? Like, there's no reason there's no reason we can't like add speed to this, but like, yeah, that's something that you'd have to like probably get used to doing and like build into your like play style. Like that.
Once I get used to playing at that speed.
Exactly. So like one thing at a time. But yeah, I would say that. But like, what's good about this is there are solutions, and again, like there is. I want to be clear. There are reasons to like play with some amount of conscious control. It's really useful for learning things sometimes. So like, it's not like one is like it's not like if you're. It's not like if you're doing like the other one, like the one with like where you have some intentionality behind what you're like some conscious intentionality. It's not like that's like bad at everything. It's really good for learning things, but it's not as good for like playing in the zone where you're just, you know, like fully doing it. But yeah, I think that like getting a second laser here could have been really helpful. Even just doing the backflip here, because then you could have had the option to hop up and shoot him up here if you wanted to, or just control the space below him by like staying with short hop laser near the ground. Like, you have a lot of options available to you.
Yeah.
What are some other things he does out of take laser other than dash away?
Well, he does he almost never take laser up tilts, but he will do like it's usually movement, jumping up, or like running in, jabbing, up smashing. He loves doing like take laser up smash and just like mashing the C stick up, so you like run into the up smash. He doesn't do that as much anymore because I started playing around it.
How did you play around it?
No, I would not go in all the way.
Gotcha.
So he'd up smash, and I would just like F smashing for up smashing. Like I would move forward to the laser until I was just outside the up smash range, and then just F smash him after he up smash.
Gotcha. So like basically shorter jumps.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, and that's kind of what you're doing here, because that's take laser shield, but because you don't go all the way forward, like this is like pretty good. Like, I think he could have gotten you if he was like super aware. Like, I think that your fastfall was late, but again, like he has to recognize that, and you get out of the way really quickly. So it's not like he didn't try to hit you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see here.
And I think I'm like always trying to be moving, it's like stay fast, stay moving, which probably is part of like the over aggression, but it's like a growing pain, I guess.
So like after this take laser, what does he do? He does jab, and we go for grab. Ooh, we could honestly, that jab is not a reason to not like go for that grab, because we could have easily CC shined him.
Yeah, see again.
Here, watch. So it's right after this. Like if we hold down here.
Yeah.
Hell, even if we don't, he's like because
he's charging it.
Well, we were actionable around the time that it would be coming out. So like, and if we clanked, we're fine. Like we'll just shine again. He can't down smash again. He can't capsule his down smash into another down smash. Only Peach can do that. So it's yeah. But yeah, so take laser jab, but that's not really concerned. Take laser shield, but we already have answers to those. Take laser dash away, we have answers to those. And what's nice is that the answers to take laser dash away and take laser to shield have overlap. Because like if we're not going in all the way with like the second laser in either case, then it should be good versus both of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's like a big thing we want to do, that I think I want to do. I want to find answers that like things that have like solutions that have lots of overlap when somebody does do a take laser. I really don't want to use individual counters. I think that's like how this character gets killed.
Yeah.
Yeah. The jump you were talking about. Fox is kind of bad at taking lasers, isn't he? Like compared to Marth and Sheik and stuff, it's like I don't think he's as good at it.
He doesn't have any quick attack that goes forward to hit you with. Like Marth has, fair. Well, Sheik also has fair, but F tilt. Like Fox really, like, what is he gonna do? F tilt you?
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, it's about what the take laser option being an option that also is a good opener, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, in that you could move forward with. He doesn't have anything like that.
Yeah, it's like it's a weakness of him.
Yeah, I mean, Falco, you can do tick laser like laser to cover in front of you. But, yeah, Marth having fair, Sheik having F tilt, it's the same thing, like, Captain Falcon doesn't really have, like, he can, like, take laser, drift forward up air, like, and get, like, a knockdown into a tech, but that's why, like, he's so weak to laser. Like, if you think about the characters that are really weak to laser, none of them have good, like, take laser options which lead to kills, or, like, confirms.
I think, yeah, one thing I'd comment is I think there's, like, kind of, like, there's two types of, like, take laser options that are good. One of them is, like, movement out of it that allows you to, like, set up something effective. So in the case of Marth, like, Marth and Sheik are the obvious ones here, but I'd say that Fox kind of counts here too, because Fox can full hop, like, Fox can take laser into full hop or take laser into dashback, and, like, those require some amount of respect. I think that Falco is okay because he can up tilt out of take laser, like, that's reasonable, and he can also just, because the laser does so little stun on shield, he can kind of, like, opt to not take laser and just block them in laser back to some degree. So I think that he's kind of a unique case. But I hear you on Falcon. Like, Falcon doesn't really have, like, an aerial that he can throw out that's quick. So he can't, like, do, like, the fairs or nairs the way that, like, Sheik and the way that Marth and Sheik do. And he doesn't, like, while he has the movement, he only really has a dashback, because his movement out of take laser in the air is his very small double jump, which is good for, like, avoiding, like, short hops, but if you just jump a little higher, like instant double jump or, like, full hop or whatever, like, you'll always clip him. So it's
about, oh, sorry.
No. Well, actually, you could still up air him too. I was just thinking out of short hop. So yeah, no, he's got problems. Like, there are some real structural problems here.
He doesn't have an answer. You just laser. He does something after the first take laser, right? Because if you laser again against, like, Marth, you can get hit by, like, the forwarder. You can get hit by the Sheik F tilt really easily. Their movement, like, their take laser into movement into take laser into option is, like, so good. But Captain Falcon, like, really.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything like that.
Like, his rewards for take laser just aren't great.
Yeah. And I think
unless you commit to something like you, like, are like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna shoot one laser and then attack with the down air, and he gets, like, take laser dash back and then just grabs you. But you have to commit to doing something laggy for him to get a good reward out of take laser.
Yeah, and I think that's why, like, at higher level we see them, like, just going for more, like, instant double jump, like, kind of, like, operating around the laser, or, like, going on platforms and stuff like that. It's not, or full hopping even, like, it's not really to their benefit to, like, stay in Falco's lane, and when Falco controls that lane, he's very powerful. So it's
I'll talk about this, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I like when you watch, like, say, like, Wizzy versus Ginger. Wizzy isn't, like, winning neutral off of take laser options. I feel like he's just playing super patiently until Ginger commits to something and then punishing it. Like,
yeah.
Like, I mean, maybe that's partially Wizzy's playstyle, but I feel like that's kind of what Falcon has to do.
No, I agree it's what Falcon has to do, and the reason I agree with you is because Wizrobe and Nun could not be, like, more further apart stylistically, but I feel like even Nun has to play like that to some degree. When he's fighting top Falcos, and, like, he's really good at that matchup. I think that's actually, I think of the top Falcons, he's, like, he might actually be, in my opinion, I think he's actually the best at the matchup. But, like, it's I think it's probably one of the only ones he's the best at, but he's really good at it. And it's still a lot of, like, patience and, like, looking for, he's either trying to call out Falco for doing something slow when he has an opportunity, like when he's managed to maneuver into position that's just slightly too close for Falco to do something that's normally safe, or it's just, like, just chilling a lot of the time. Like that.
Yeah, and
go ahead.
No, it's like Donkey Kong almost, where it's all like Falco's like defense against Falcon is like really bad because like even if you do like the offstage play, like Falco's like shine stalls and all that stuff don't really work great against Falcon because of like the run off soft knee and up air, and he just kills Falco so easily. So I feel like that matchup is so much more about letting the Falco kind of hang themselves, and that's with they like use their movement to like get into the range where the Falco is just a little uncomfortable, rather doing like a direct take laser option into an attack.
You know, funnily enough, I feel like, I think that that's kind of the dynamic I remember seeing when I watched Salt's Falco play against None at the Lucky Sevens thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Falcon.
No, fuck Falcon. I hate Falcon. I used to be the president of the We Hate Falcon fan club, and I stand by it.
He is just a lame. He's not really cool. Everyone thinks he's cool, but I don't think so.
He's just a down throw fair character. Damn it! Like.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now I know this video is getting demonetized. That said, so let's refocus a bit, because I think that in our last like 8ish minutes, I want to make sure that we have like a game plan for you going forward, on this mental side. So
yeah,
what are like the thing about kind of like the thing about flow state is that we don't get to control it, but we do get to create the condition. Like we do get to like discover and apply the conditions where it is most likely to occur in. Like what we're really doing is like we're trying to find the conditions that it is most likely to appear in, like the things it likes, and then we are inviting it to join us. We can't tell it to, like we can't command it, but we can invite it. So what are some of the things that you think that what are some of the things you're going to take from these games to like invite your own flow state? I know we've talked about like the idea of playing faster. I guess what I'm curious about on that front is, do you think it's more that you is it more about playing faster, or is it more about giving yourself permission to play as fast as the situation demands?
I think giving myself permission, and also giving myself permission to like feel things, and not like feel bad about like ego or whatever.
So what are some of the beliefs you have that you can foresee getting in the way of that?
I think being over-invested in like a video game is like being too emotionally invested is like childish. Getting too upset about losing in the video game inhibits growth.
Why? How would it do that?
Oh, like getting too frustrated, not giving your opponents enough credit, not seeing the things that you actually need to improve on, or like basically jawning by being like this or that is bullshit.
So, what would be a good counter to that? Because I don't think that like just numbing yourself and avoiding it is like a good solution. But like I do agree that like those things can hinder improvement. So what's a way that we could prepare for that, to make sure, to set ourselves up to be able to handle that?
I think looking into each problem more rationally, like instead of like ignoring feeling first, like I'm not gonna try to do a specific example, but instead of feeling like a dummy for thinking like, oh, this situation where I get shined and just die at 0 as Falco is bullshit, thinking about how I can approach it like while deeming it like bullshit or whatever, still looking at how I can prevent it from happening and recognizing like I can set myself up to not be in that situation. Like when in those games you saw sometimes I get shined in the corner and I'm hitting the C stick, so I just die. I like avoiding the C stick when I'm in the corner, like making sure I do use the A button or something.
I love that. So I can actually summarize what you've just described into something that I'm actually familiar with because I had the same problem. I would die, like, I would have hamster deaths because I'd be trying to buffer spot dodge, buffer roll, whatever, and then I'd slide off because I'm hitting stuff. Making a commitment of accountability. So what that means is that, like, if something happens and we feel a certain way about it, like if it's the type of thing that in the past we would have gone, that's bullshit, we don't stop ourselves from feeling frustrated there. But we process it, we acknowledge it, we acknowledge it, we face it, we let go of it, and we make it. And the reason it, and I find that when we make a commitment of accountability to like look into that situation later, and actually do it, so that we can come up with a solution for it, I find that the frustration goes away pretty quickly. It just leaves on its own because the emotion is there because something is not right in our world. We feel that for whatever reason something that has happened and it is not, and it has caused our world to not be right, or something wrong to happen in our world. But the thing is, if we are going to go, face that situation later, and do what we can to right that going forward, it's much easier for us to let go of that because we know our subconscious knows, like deep down it knows something will be done about this. Maybe not right now, but something will be done. Does that make sense? Like, how does that, does that land, or does that make sense, or do you see, or you're like, KirbyKaze, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard?
No, that makes sense. It's like, you're offsetting the frustration by like, I'm working on that thing, basically, and I'll figure it out.
And it's like, yes, I will, it allows you to actually use, like, one of the great things about anger, is that anger is a really powerful motivating emotion. Like, anger's job really is to, like, when something isn't just, when we are faced with injustice, if something isn't right, part of anger's job is to, like, basically galvanize the motivation we need to, like, face that thing, despite how uncomfortable, because it needs to overcome inertia, it needs to overcome, like, the possible, like, social pressures we're facing. Anger has a lot it is tasked with. Using that as a catalyst to follow up on follow up on situations that you're not strong in, common mistakes we make, it can really be a really powerful tool for helping you get the most out of those. Yeah, doesn't have to be our enemy.
No.
I find that I'm actually really nervous when I'm not angry about a loss I'm frustrated with. Like, I still get it. Like, I don't think I lose it the way I used to when I was, like, much younger and, like, before I got super good. Like, I used to be a rager. Yeah. Like, way back in the day, I was a rager. And the anger, and I think that, like, thanks to some help and, like, some, some people in the scene and stuff, I was poor, so didn't really have, like, real therapy, but, like, at least not for a while, but I was able to, like, kind of, like, curb a lot of it and, like, build a healthier relationship with it, but it never really, like, disappeared. And I'm kind of like, thank God, because I guess to some degree, the feelings kind of remind me that this is important to me. Like, because we don't control them. Feelings are just, they're almost like a reflex in some ways. Like, we just have them based on the information that, that our conscious mind and subconscious mind, like, have together. So yeah. I feel good about this. I think that, like, I don't know how you feel, but I think that I think this is a really good direction for you.
Yeah, no, it did. I just noticed it, and I was like, well, I know what I want to go over for sure.
That's awesome. Is there in our last minute, is there anything that you can think of that would be important for me to know to continue? Like, because I think that when you are willing to pursue these, like, when you are pursuing your, like, trusting your intuition and following leads based on, like, your values and what you detect as important to you intuitively, I think that's when we're most successful. Is there anything I can do to help be a more effective part of that process?
I think all you could do is if you like notice me being like, I don't want to say dishonest, but not like fully recognize anything, something like calling me out on it, or if I'm like coping somehow, I don't really know how to describe it. But if I'm not being like, you think like, oh, maybe you're not being full, like you don't have to accuse me of being like not honest, but like, oh, is that what you really think about this thing? To like make me like think again about it or more deeply or whatever.
Okay. So basically,
Yeah.
if I feel there is a that you are, so basically if I feel it's a trust thing. So
Yeah.
if I feel that you are not that you are out of alignment with yourself, what you would like me to do and what I have permission to do is call you out on, no, is to confront it respectfully.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. Not a problem.
Yeah.
With that, I think that this is a good stopping point. I'm actually really impressed with how I'm really impressed with how you like were able to lean into a form of playing that wasn't like second nature to you, but still and like kind of embrace it for what it was. I think that's a really encouraging sign. I hope you keep up the great work, and I will see you next week.
See you next week. Thank you.
No problem. Later.
All right.